Peace, 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 peace. Let's see. Let me get this. I had a tumble a minute ago. Greetings to all, peace to all. Give y'all well, not little, but this message that I'm trying to prepare to get some stuff done right now. Trying to set this up. Just bear with me, be patient. Okay, so I'll do better. Whew. Yeah, give an honor to Source, to the Creator. Clap it up for yourselves wherever you are on your journey. You know, clap it up. There we go. Okay. Yes. Woo! Give it up for you. Everybody involved. Clap it up for yourselves. When the last time you gave yourself a hug? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm goofy. I'm about to get some things complete here soon. But I just want to come to y'all with this brief message, or this message of reminder. I've been doing these here daily. I realize they're little short messages, but they have a lot of meaning. I come to a lot of self-realizations, and I'm like, okay, let me just share a little bit with everyone. And I'm going through notes. My message here today is this: go at your own pace. And what I mean by that is that we all, and I always recommend people to do this because a sister shared this with me years ago on my path, probably like about 5 or 6 years ago. And she shared with me, she said, or I think we were connected some way, somehow. She was like, everyone has their own heartbeat, but not everyone knows and aware of their own heartbeat. What am I saying? This is the beauty of all of this is I had to learn to go at my own pace. You know, whether that means a snail's pace, a turtle's pace, snake, anything has its own rhythm. That's where I'm getting at, is that we all have our own rhythm, meaning that we all have a song to sing, or our experience is like that of a song. If you look at your life and your experience, no matter where you come from, there's a rhythm to it. Now, just think about like an orchestra or a symphony or whatever. Notice that everything has to be in sync in order for the performance to, get a standing ovation. But what if I told you that you still have a standing ovation no matter where you are in life? Meaning that even though outside of this, physical illusion, or outside of what you're going through physically, your physical experiences, your ancestors, things that are in the unseen are applauding you for taking courage to get up, to rest, to do the simplest things. And then that you're going at your own rhythm. So the reason I said that is that there's been moments where I'll stop. And you can do this with me right now. It's like you stop right now and just and breathe. And just place your dominant hand or whatever hand and place that hand over your heart space. And you just breathe with no distractions or anything whenever you get this moment. And you'll notice that rhythm. Doom, 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 boom, 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 boom. That is your unique rhythm. That is your rhythm in the grander scheme of the universe. That is your rhythm that no one can take away from you. Notice when you're doing something, you're in a rush or whatever, and that rhythm changes because your body or your being is trying to stay, go at the rhythm or pace, keep up with what you're doing. The beauty of all of this is there is no one that is ahead, or in the grand scheme of things that's happening right now with a lot of these transits, is being that we're in the Aquarian age. That's the biggest illusion that was given off, is that it may have seen at a moment in humanity or whatever that people were ahead, or people that had certain things were ahead, but that in itself was the physical illusion. That in itself was disregarding what the true value that lies within us, which is that rhythm that we all have. Now, someone you may have known that you put on this hiatus and think like just because they're here that they have just because what they have externally doesn't devalue you as, okay, baby, it'll change soon, okay? So that doesn't change just because the narrative is being portrayed as such on the surface level. The Aquarian age, or this transit with Pluto and Aquarius that's coming about, is that a lot of this significance is so centered around the value in the humanitarian, or the innovation, the transformation, a lot of things that we can go into detail about. But this specifically, I feel, is for those that know their individuality and the significance of that, of being secure within self, but also seeing the bigger and grander picture that in your life, you are the main character, your individual you. But in that individuality, how does that connect, whether in your, tribal family dynamic, on all levels, on a global aspect as well. How does that connect you back to your own essence, your own rhythm? Not trying to be accepted by other people, but your own rhythm. And see, that is the source, or God, the creator, is we're all individually and collectively are part of an orchestra. And source is that of the engineer, or what do you call it? The generator, or the person that is directing this thing. So on a, how could I say this? On a, micro, one of those, on a smaller level, micro level, we are those fragmentations, or those in an energy aspect or a human aspect that reflect that. And on a micro or expansive level, it expands to this bigger, grander scheme of all things that it encompasses. So the beauty of that is that we're all, even in coming to this synchronization, and that's the thing about what's being restored and balanced, is that we all have a rhythm, even your kids. The first thing I tell people, I believe an elder shared this with me, is that the first thing we know is our mother's heartbeat, the rhythm. Just imagine that, ponder on that when you're in the womb of your mother, and the first sound, well, actually, yeah. You can say, yeah, because whenever the child heartbeats forms around like how many cycles, or 2 months or whatever, and the heartbeat is forming. But prior to that, that connection there with your mother's rhythm, doom, doom, whatever that was. So that is on the physical aspect of the family, you're having that connection to your mom. But on a grander scale, the divine mother, we have a rhythm with. And so that's the thing, that the feminine, the matriarchal being restored, as well as that aiding in the harmonious and balancing aspect of both matriarchal and patriarchal. So think about how, when we look at the wounding and the pain that we've all experienced, that means we wasn't in sync with the divine. We wasn't in sync with the creator. So as you begin to get synchronized and things become aligned in your life, it begins to flow just naturally, without troubles, without worrying. It's more internal. And there's more of a harmonious, balanced, prosperous, because there's more to go around for all. Not in the previous aspect, the previous age, or, the powers that were, it used to be, where you see this great division, but in reality, that illusion of division and power or separation was there still in the crevices and in deep in the darkness. There's something, no matter what and who played a part and role, always connects back to the source of everything. Connects back to how we all are connected in some way. And so remember, I want you to remember that is that the first thing a lot of us remember, or the rhythm, is that, yeah, you have that of your mother's, but as you exited her womb and come out, you too have your own rhythm. And see, I believe this to be even in a way of relationships, partnerships, business, all these things, ships. You own the ship, see the connection there? It's more so like you being in alignment, or those who have like-minded, or on a soul level, or on an aspect to where you synchronize with each other. Not competing, not arguing, or in a sense to where, and this is, again, gradually unfolds, because everything is not just happens like this. It's the consistency. And then, just some people you meet, it just boom, it's just there and it just flows. It's not about attaching to the idea of just them being just that. No, it's the idea of, like, on a grander scale, the support, the encouragement, the empowerment. So I just want y'all to remember that on this message today is that, again, we all have a rhythm. And I'm sitting here going through stuff that I had for like a year or 2, 3 years or whatever. And it's not that I'm holding on to it. It's just I had to come into alignment. I had to, become in sync with myself. I had to do a lot of things to where I realized, like, in divine timing, or in the greater scheme of things, that rejection was for my protection, to meet that being who would be in a lion, or that person or someone who would, know how to co-create, coexist, do all these things to where it'll flow naturally. You see what I'm saying? So your journey is not in vain. Just remember that you have a rhythm that only some can see. And those that have that rhythm, they will be in sync with you. They won't be in competition. They'll collaborate, and they'll enhance it, and they'll expand that. Even the people that prior to that, it didn't seem that way, they still were valuable. All of it was valuable. But your individual purpose outside of everyone else matters just as much as that collaboration or other people involved. So remember, you have a rhythm. You have a rhythm. So if there's things you still have, and you questioning, wondering why, okay, or why hasn't this happened yet? Or because there's someone and something that has a rhythm that only the divine mother, divine father, source, the creator, God, whatever your higher power is, has patiently, that there's people aligned on your path and journey that is already awaiting you. Everything has been unfolding beautifully, that they will know how to handle, or, orchestrate, or you collaborate without any hesitation, without any, confusion, delusion, or anything. It'll be harmonious. It'll be effortless. Remember that you have a rhythm, and only you have been given that rhythm. And that rhythm is for you and for you to share. So remember that your journey is not in vain. Everything happens as it is, and it's happening in this very moment. Peace and blessings. Shalom.